were you guys able to watch the last set? Like, what were your thoughts?
Like, so hype, right?
I mean, Connor plays really well. He's super familiar with Pokemon like basics and mechanics and stuff.
Yeah.
And then Lily won her first match against Jacob, who is like definitely the favorite of Group B. I would say, right? So we got the 2 winners of the last matches here. And I feel like Connor kind of did get the win against Sykkuno because Sykkuno didn't really find ways to deal with Dondozo. But Lily is also running Dondozo.
Our first Dondozo mirror of the day, and hopefully our last.
Oh man!
I'm sure there's a lot that goes into the Dondozo mirrors. I don't know if you're able to talk about it, Wolfie.
Yeah, well, you know, so normally, basically, for anyone watching at home who might not be familiar, Dondozo, the phrase Dondozo mirror is when you have Dondozo versus Dondozo, and it basically becomes a single battle because each of them have eaten a Tatsugiri, and it can just tend to drag on for a while and take a while because it's a lot of, like, protect, leftovers, attack, protect, leftovers. But luckily for us, Connor's Dondozo is actually Assault Vest, which means we don't really have to worry about that kind of stally, drawn-out gameplay that tends to drag on a little bit. So we see Lily's team here, and it's going to be interesting because we have some similar Pokemon on both teams. I mean, obviously Dondozo and Tatsugiri, and also Choice Band Dragonite, right? Yeah. And like, so half of their teams are similar, have the same Pokemon, but the rest of it is going to be what's really like. I guess I wonder, like, Rosemary, do you think that this match is going to be like based around the Dondozo, or do you think the other Pokemon on the team are going to be kind of the stars? Are we going to see the Orthworm? Because that's what I want to know.
I really want to see the Orthworm as well, but I was really looking at the Meowscarada with the knockoff. You mentioned the Assault Vest on the opposing Dondozo that we can see here on Connor's team, and if you can remove that aspect and you don't get that mirror right away, then that Dondozo becomes way easier to get a knockout with your other special attackers on the team. But I mean, the Orthworm makes this so complicated with the Earth Eater ability. Like, what are we expecting here?
I'm sorry, what the hell is an Orthworm?
So Orthworm, he is a goofy guy. I hope that Connor brings him because I really like him. He's very cute. So
Shed Tail's the thing that's like baton pass and substitute.
That's exactly right. So he'll pass the substitute to a teammate, including something threatening like Assault Vest Dondozo, who obviously normally can't use substitutes.
Oh, that's gross. So you could like have a Tatsu Orthworm start and then Shed Tail into Dondozo.
Exactly.
It's pretty great.
It's really cool. You can even Icy Wind to make sure that your Orthworm like is able to switch out before like some slower Pokemon. It's really cool. I do hope that we see it at some point today. But it's going to be interesting because I feel like they each have different counterplay to Dondozo, right? For Lily, she's got the Meowscarada, and Connor has that Murkrow, and I feel like that's going to be a real deciding factor here in terms of like who's able to come out on top. This is also interesting because we saw the 2 people who won their first match, right? So
another detail on the teams I'd like to highlight is because even on every single Dondozo team, we see like different items on the Tatsugiri, actually.
Right.
Which seems like
Pokesash, Citrus Berry, Scarf.
It feels like that's something that's not really matters because Tatsugiri is inside Dondozo most of the time. But a lot of the end game states will have Tatsugiri on the field, and especially if it's a mirror match, that item is going to matter a lot. So we see Connor has the Citrus Berry. Meanwhile, I'm sorry, Connor has the...
Unlorming the worm.
Unlorm the worm. Who else?
What is that phrase?
What did you say?
Unlorm the worm? Because what's the original thing?
It's unbench the Kench.
Unbench the Kench, and then we started unlouse the mouse, and now it's unlorm the worm. But I just want to ask, is anyone up in chat touching the worm? Please let me know in the chat.
Wolfie is monitoring the worm situation right now.
Wait, but I actually think this is the match. Yeah, exactly. This is the matchup to do it in,
That's
right? Because Lily's team is built on really strong spread moves.
That's right.
From Goldengo and Sylveon. And then even the rest of her power is in Choice Band Dragonite. Having another Steel type is really good here. It threatens a lot, and I don't even know if they can get it below Shed Tail range, which is really...
Not with Citrus Berry, there's no way.
That's the scary part. Well, there is Terrafire.
That's right. That's right. There is Terrafire. Now, is this Mousehold? This is Friendguard Mousehold, as I recall.
Oh, but he has Follow Me.
That's right. He has Follow Me to keep the worm safe. So
he ain't using it though.
Yeah, not using it. He's thinking about the population bomb. Thinking about it.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
It's safe. Like, it might end up doing nothing, but it does pretty much guarantee that you're going to get the Shed Tail off without issue.
It could do nothing because they both have like the Make It Rain and Hyper Voice.
And Mousehold's just going to die to that because that's Goldengo is,
Oh my god, the crit?
Unfortunate critical hit. Connor getting a little bit of payback after that first round we saw. Lily launching.
He was due.
He was due. It was his time. Hyper Voice. Orthworm survives and is above the necessary health. Sylveon getting a special attack boost. But even though Mousehold went down, that's actually kind of okay because it gets you both Tatsugiri and Dondozo in the same turn.
Exactly.
This is actually really, honestly, it's pretty good.
Connor kind of gave up half of his team to get here, but it's a very strong position, especially with that Assault Vest Dondozo, who, you know, against 2 special attackers.
And something to point out, too, Lily is leading Sylvia on Goldango, so if she has Tatsugiri Dondozo in the back, that means she didn't bring the Escarada.
That's right. That's right.
True.
It's a great call out.
Which is the only counter to beat
their Dondozo. Except for the opposing Dondozo, but then you're starting to get a little messy, and there's this substitute, right?
Yeah. Oh my god, I can't believe this paid off.
I know. Tatsugiri, okay. Orthworm kind of coming in clutch. Connor gave up half his team.
Shouldn't leftovers Dondozo win the Ditto?
So yes, however, Connor saved his Terrestrialization, and he's Terra Grass.
Yeah.
And that's, you know, he has Terra Blast as a grass type attack. So normally, yes, you'd be super right. But here, it's a little bit more ambiguous, where like if you have Terra Grass, Terra Blast, you're doing tons of damage, and all of a sudden, even though they're healing, you're so tanky that it might actually just,
okay.
I don't necessarily agree with this, but let's wait and see what happens.
Terra Earthquake you don't agree with?
Yeah, like the thing is, you're not really doing Terra's only turning off your water typing here, which like is actually helping you here, right? Like the grass type doesn't really do anything for you in this position, but okay, Lily's switching out her Goldango. This might be a double switch into the Dondozo position. Adaros, who's this? Tatsugiri.
Oh, it's Tatsu. Okay, yeah, it is the double switch. I mean, if you Terra here anyway, then
it ended up being bad.
It's fine, I think.
It wasn't bad.
Yeah, and if you know that you're not going to terrestrialize anything else, you may as well just go for it now.
Yeah.
But this is a huge payoff for Connor if he's able to get the Terra Blast.
Yeah.
I think the worst part about this is that like she didn't sacrifice some of the HP or the lives of those Pokemon to get rid of the substitute.
Exactly.
Yep. So now how do you win the Ditto?
Exactly, right? Because like you were talking about, normally leftovers Dondozo would win the mirror, but you need to give it all the help you can get. And the fact of the matter is, like, it's got a substitute. So that's basically 4 turns of leftovers, right?
Yeah.
That you're healing back automatically, except you're still at full HP. So yeah. This Earthquake's not going to do very much, but hey, this is going to be a battle of inches probably.
What the heck happened to him?
He's behind the
player cam.
Oh.
He's behind the player cam.
He just vented. He's not here anymore.
That's so funny because it almost looks like Connor is the one using the moves.
Yeah.
Right? Connor
like when Yukimoto steps in.
Okay, so we're going to be here a while.
We're going to be here a while. Okay, interesting play to go for order up here. Maybe predicting a Terrestrialize from Lily's end. I would probably just go for the Terra Blast and force her to show her hand, but yeah, we'll have to see.
What Terra type is her Dondozo?
I think flying.
Okay.
And we're going to find out here. So actually, good call by Connor to make kind of a middle ground play.
Yeah.
While also increasing the attack.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, true.
So
actually, doesn't increase attack if you're grass?
It does still increase the attack, basically. It won't matter in this specific situation, but if Connor's Dondozo outlasts Lily's, then it could matter a lot because that like might change the Earthquake rolls, for example.
Does Lily's Dondozo have Terra Blast also?
It does. Oh my god, so the interaction, wait, turning into the grass type actually really hurts.
Yeah.
That's actually not the best position for Connor to be in anymore then because here's the Terra Blast and that will absolutely break the sub
Absolutely. Like normally, you know, a Terra Grass Dondozo would beat a Terra Water Dondozo, but a Terra Flying Dondozo beats a Terra Grass Dondozo.
So this is one of the beautiful things about terrestrialization because you can build on counters
so
on counters on counters in the meta.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's basically like they introduced trap cards.
Yes, that's exactly. I love that analogy.
Yeah.
For sure.
And so the next step would be, okay, maybe my Dondozo is going to be electric type to counter the flying.
Or rock,
yeah.
Oh no.
He gonna find out the hard way.
He's gonna find out the hard way. This actually could still end up in his favor because Wave Crash might 2-hit KO Lily's Dondozo from here. It's hard to say, but
he
also
could stall too long and then not be able to make a move.
Yeah,
Okay, Wave Crash?
Order up.
Oh no, Wave Crash, please. Okay, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Because Wave Crash is really strong against Terra Flying Dondozo. This is twice we've seen, it's glitching. Okay, that might be enough for a 2-shot here. It's hard to say. That timer's going to be on the screen for a while. We do apologize.
So Lily doesn't have Protect on this Dondozo?
She does, but she hasn't been going for it. But oh my god, that's so much damage.
Yeah.
And here we're seeing the value of leftovers slowly healing Lily's up. Well,
I think that takes Lily's Dondozo out of knockout range with a second Wave Crash unless it crits.
Unless it crits, especially after another turn of Protect.
Yeah.
You gotta protect here, Lily.
There's no reason not to, especially, well, she knows how it works now, right?
Yeah, she did.
I think so.
Oh, wait.
I think she's too afraid to click it now.
Okay, easy survive.
Yeah, it doesn't end up mattering.
Okay. Oh, wow. Well played by Lily. And I think here we're seeing kind of the danger of launching your Terrestrialize too early, right?
Yeah.
Like, turning into Terra Grass before Lily had used her Terra kind of doomed. Well, we thought this was looking like a really good position, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of using it like I talked about it, like a Dynamax rather than a Terrestrialize. It's like, okay, might as well. Let's get max strength out there, but it doesn't actually relate to strength oftentimes.
Yeah,
that's tough.
Here it did, though.
This is like actually such an interesting matchup, these two teams.
Yeah.
There's so many layers into how to play this matchup right now,
Oh, the sub was so cool though, but there's not much else that you can do here. Maybe a helping hand into an attacking move from the Tatsu. Is that enough?
It might be. Like helping in, even like Draco Meteor might do it, but the thing is, you have 3 full HP Pokemon when this finishes. Yeah. So I don't want to be a doomer, but I think it might be doomed for this game. I think it's important. I think if I'm Connor here, I'm not thinking about how to win this game. I'm thinking about what am I going to do next game to make sure this doesn't happen, right? What are the lessons to take away from this? That's what I love about Pokemon is like every loss is an opportunity for you to learn and try and be better and try and do better next time.
And I mean, honestly, the big thing here, I think team composition was like fine for Connor. I think the big thing is the early terrestrialization here.
I agree.
That is the like optimization for next game for him, and this is why the best of 3 in this format is so good.
Icy Wind here, takes out Dondozo. I feel like also like, you know how like getting 4-stocked in Smash feels kind of bad? I feel like losing by 4 Pokemon and Pokemon like feels kind of bad. Sometimes when I'm like losing a game, like I'm like, all right, I got a KO. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I think part of my issue with Pokemon is there's a point of no return where you almost guaranteed lose. Yeah. Like crits wouldn't help you, misses wouldn't really help you.
We're in that position.
Still have to go through the animations.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
As opposed to Smash, where it's like, even if you have 1 stock 100%, you could
still
do it.
win.
It's happened.
Yeah.
You know, so there is a defeating, like, 20 seconds that he just has to live through.
Yeah. It's just the nature of like turn-based games, I guess, right?
Yeah. He could still win. Muddy Water accuracy drop and just never hit that move again.
Oh my god.
But no, this is probably a foregone conclusion.
But that is the win condition that you should play to, I guess. Yeah.
I will say though, okay, so I hear what you're saying, but at the same time, oh, she actually covers for it. That's actually cracked. She covers for the Muddy Water drop.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's nice to be able to have, like, because I watch a lot of Melee. I watch a lot of Melee content, and like sometimes I feel like a player will lose and they'll jump right into the next game, and it's like sometimes I feel like they could really benefit from having a second to like reset, right?
Yeah.
And what's nice about this is that Connor has this game is over. He's not winning this one. It's actually, I think, legitimately impossible, assuming that Lily makes the right move. But he still has this time to start thinking about what really went wrong here and what am I going to do next game, and I think that's neat. I think it's nice to have a little bit of like kind of forced reflection time sometimes.
Yeah.
Especially when you get the break speed off you, right? Where you're like you're losing so bad, where you're like I can't win this. You know, that's kind of perfect move by Lily. Very, very well played.
All right, Lily takes another game.
Right. Dude, she's been slept on.
Yeah.
She's seriously been slept on.
The most underrated person coming to this tournament, and she seems a bit upset about it.
She's had one supporter, and he's on the couch.
I do have to point out as well, the nicknames for Lily's team.
Yes.
I know exactly where those come from. Shout out to Lou.
Shout out to Lou.
Right there for using her favorite.
We talked about going into this. So LilyPichu, her coach is Lulu the Pikachu, or Lou the Pikachu as her handle. And I think that might have been some kind of secret buff, right? You have Pikachu, right, working together as your coach and coachee.
Where's the Raichu?
Where's the Raichu? That's what everyone's asking. Where's the Raichu? But I still think that they have really good synergy, and it's showing up here.
Connor mulling over. This would be, I think, a guarantee for Lily to make it out if she were to win this next game.
This could be really impactful. So, Jan, if you're in Connor's position, what kind of adjustment are you making?
I think I bring the same team.
Yeah.
Because there's something. The Mousehold obviously got crit on turn 1. Yeah. That was huge, right? That would have changed the outcome of the game. And then the early Terra would have changed. Terraing would have. So I think you bring the same team and you just try to execute the same composition better.
I like it.
And then maybe Lily goes for some sort of mix-up that gives you an easier position as well.
Yeah.
I think it's completely fine to be like, okay, I didn't play this composition to its best potential. I'm going to try again.
Yeah, I like that a lot. We actually see a really cool adjustment from Connor, bringing Tatsugiri without Dondozo.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
I know. I think it's so hard. Yeah, I love this song.
AI Professor is so good.
Yeah.
So I want to talk a little bit about that because I think when you look at the Dondozo and the Tatsugiri, you just kind of auto-assume that they go together.
Right.
That you should bring both in order to win your game. However, the Tatsugiri is really bulky. So it really can perform on its own without the Dondozo.
Yeah, absolutely. And I do like this adjustment because I feel like I always feel nervous bringing Dondozo against Dondozo because it feels kind of like a crapshoot. I like the decision to be like, I'm not messing with it. I'm going with my other mode, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
And that's part of his team, right? Is that he has those two kind of meta offensive duos.
Yeah.
And he can swap to this one, see if it works.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
Here we go. Terra coming out early from Ninja Inkling. Is that what it's called?
I think it's supposed to just be Ninja. He got excited about how the hair and the headband did.
Terrifier from Annihilate coming out here. I love this play. It covers a lot of options. If it's Make It Rain from Goldango, if it's Shadow Ball from Goldango, an amazing protect from Lily. Oh my god, what a protect. Make It Rain comes out. This is going to do big damage. Is it going to crit? Mousehold hangs on. So the way that Rage Fist works for anyone uninitiated is it starts at 50 base power, and every time Annihilate gets hit, that base power goes up by 20 or 50. Yep. An unfortunate crit there, attacking yourself. So after one Make It Rain, it was 100, and after one beat up, this is a 300 base power move.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely absurd because you keep that boost to Rage Fist as well if
Even
you switch,
if you switch
it out.
Exactly.
And the protect here is big, and Sylveon can now go for the quick attack for more damage, but that's not going to kill Annihilate. It's fire type now, so like, what can Lily even do to get out of this, basically, right?
Yeah.
You can protect this with Follow Me.
Yeah, that was such a clutch survival for the Mousehold as well to be able to provide that. No way.
Doesn't matter either way.
It doesn't make a huge impact probably, but here's what I really like. So in the set we saw with Alpharad, by the way, Rage Fist is now, is it capped at 350? Because it's at 350.
I think so, yeah.
It's capped.
It's capped. So it cannot get any stronger, which is both good and very bad.
Yep.
So in the set with Jacob versus Lily, what we saw was Murkrow kind of being useless. It doesn't really like come in early enough. Here, however, you know, Murkrow can come in and can set Tailwind up, which actually helps Annihilate quite a bit. And if Dondozo comes in, it can Haze, right? And Haze will not clear away the Rage Fist boost. So a much stronger position, in my opinion, than the last Murkrow we saw on stream.
Yeah. Man, they just be making stuff up at Pokemon HQ.
Yeah,
you can swap in and out. You keep that 300 base attack.
Yeah,
what
it's a very they have a lot of very unique mechanics this generation, which is cool and also I'm sure it can be like a little annoying for casual players.
The fact that the boost stays after you switch seems a little crazy.
It stays after you faint. If you faint and revive it with Revival Blessing, it still keeps the boost.
Would you just haze here to cover for the possible switch in?
Yeah, I would haze Rage Fist
it's just haze Rage Fist the Dondozo slot. The Goldango is useless at this point because it's -2.
Although if you haze, this could be very really play.
Bad.
Oh my god, an amazing
switch.
This was an incredibly risky play from Connor. Oh, but the Terrafire might backfire here. Hang on.
Yeah, he's like 120 HP because of those crits and those Make It Rains. Wave Crash just on its own could do it here.
Let's see what happens.
Is he dead to Wave Crash?
He should be, yeah. The nose is deceptively strong even without the boost. Lily.
Oh, Lily stops the sweep.
Yeah, however, if the last Pokemon is Tatsugiri for Lily, there's nothing stopping Haze. But I think what Lily's done like exceptionally well today is she has used Dondozo and Tatsugiri as their own independent Pokemon.
Yeah.
It is so easy because of how strong they are together to get caught up in what they can do when they're combined. But I think the best players, and I think Lily's showcasing this, really excel at using them independently. And I think that's kind of the strength here. And on the other hand, Connor choosing to bring, he could not have had better Pokemon in the back here than Tatsugiri. It's his best Pokemon here to have a chance at winning this game. And yeah, Tatsugiri versus Tatsugiri. It's going to come down to an interesting endgame here.
I feel like in Connor's position, like you have to haze and then
Draco.
You have to go to Draco, absolutely.
Or Confuse Ray. I'm just saying.
Could you imagine?
Confuse Ray deciding it.
That'd be so cool.
Yeah, excellent play by Connor, removing the boost from Dondozo. Tatsugiri still trapped in the mouth. Let's see how much Draco does. It could do a fair bit. Connects. That's a huge damage.
God.
Wow. Okay.
Wave Crash into the Murkrow. Could feint to recoil if it does enough. Ooh, big damage.
Wow.
Wow.
And which of them is Citrus and which is Sash again?
So Connor is Sash.
Yeah, so Lily is Citrus.
That's important right now.
Yep.
But, I mean, the best part here, though, is you can haze or Tailwind.
And Tailwind's actually up still.
Oh yeah, then you can just haze and get rid of the Draco drop.
Yeah, Draco hit should just win the game here.
Yeah.
Will be an Oko.
Haze comes out.
Oh, Haze gets rid of the -2.
Exactly.
Yeah, it does.
Right. It's kind of a cool multi-purpose move. Connects. This should be enough. Wow.
Very fast, nice game by Connor.
Very well played by Connor.
Absolutely.
We got a game 3 in our hands.
The Murkrow actually carrying here, huh?
If Connor wins and then Lily beats Sykkuno, is Alpharad out? Or is it a 3-way tie,
It depends,
I guess?
Alpharad's only played 1 round so far.
What the
So if
heck?
Alpharad beats... Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah, we could have a 3-way tie.
Oh, wow. Group 2 is dramaful.
Yes.
Bro, should have put me in this group.
Over who?
Sorry, bestie.
Who are you kicking?
Swap me with... Let's have 3 Tatsus. Right? Let's have 3 Tatsu Donzos, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
My Donzo go crazy.
You're Don, dude. Save that for after the stream, man.
All right. It's all about who they pick.
I like the chat. The stream can't see, but your posture is perfectly mirroring Lily's.
True.
Yeah. Yes, sir. She's also humming. She's humming. She's feeling
humming.
good, right?
Dude,
she's relaxed.
Dude, if I'm in a tournament and my opponent started humming, I would get up. I'd be like, I'm not. There's no world in which I win.
Get
this.
up?
I'm like, I know I'm gonna lose. Yeah.
I feel like in Pokemon, there's so much more BM that you can do to your opponent
That's
than in
the
like
thing.
Smash, right? Because there's so much downtime. So there's so many things for you to do.
Dude, I have some stories about people BMing me in tournament because it's like you could do so much stuff.
Ludwig was just laughing and pointing his entire set.
That's right. Yeah,
voice.
kind of
It was funny. I was letting him know.
Like, this guy.
Another adjustment from Connor.
I think a mistake, to be honest.
I kind of liked the last game. I agree.
Yeah, the last game went so
he
well.
He kind of moved.
And there's no Murkrow now,
There's
and
no
the
Murkrow.
haze was huge.
Last game could have gone even better if he rage fisted into the Dondozo slot
Right,
too. Like he had to pull it back from what I think was an even stronger position that he stumbled out of a little bit. So I agree. That was good.
I want to acknowledge, by the way, last game, Connor made an incredibly risky play that paid off by rage fisting the Goldango. If that had been a switch and a wave crash, he might have just lost immediately.
Yeah.
So good on him for making that gutsy play.
Dude, Annihilate looks so cool.
I like it a lot. It's a good mon.
Yep.
Looks so angry.
I mean, we know that it's hard for them to touch Terrifier Annihilate here.
Guys, it's mouse and household.
Yeah, mousehold. Because it's a family of mice. It's 4 little
family.
mice. It's a family.
Son of a...
It's not a mouse home. It's a mouse. It's not a mouse house. It's a mouse hold.
So it starts as 2-parent mouse that you catch, and the way you evolve it is you just leave it in the box, and eventually they just do it.
Yeah,
and then they have kids.
Wait, actually?
Yeah. It doesn't even play an animation, and we just check it, and there's more of them.
Oh man, I would love to watch the animation.
Connor did not Terra on this turn.
Wow.
Connor did not Terra.
protect.
Yeah.
And that's going to be 2 deaths on Connor's side if he
this is
does
a
not go into the
Hyper
Sylveon. And I think he targeted the Goldango.
Oh my god, Lily, this is a super gutsy maneuver. She could easily have lost Sylveon right away. Instead, Rage just goes into the... Is it Goldango? Goldango! Oh no, my god.
Why would he punch the Godang?
Because last time Lily protected Sylveon.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, she'll do it again.
Dude, Lily's playing mind games right now.
Oh my god, she kills... Oh, it lives!
And now with Murkrow in the back, Tailwind can come up.
No, Murkrow. No,
he
Murkrow.
left Murkrow this time.
He has Tatsu, though?
Yeah, and
I think he got, he
Okay.
brought the Tatsu.
But Quick Attack just kills.
Yeah.
Oh, true.
But he had the opportunity to save it. He could go Dozo, switch in Tatsu to dodge the Tick Attack, and Quick Attack.
Yeah.
Oh, but Tatsu's actually the switch.
Huh.
Tatsu's like the conventional wisdom is you shouldn't switch to Tatsu because then if you switch in Donzo, you don't get a turn.
Exactly. Guys, 12 HP Annihilate, but Terrifier could allow it to live the Quick Attack. It would go to super effect. Maybe. Like, I can't imagine it does 11 damage to not very effective, right? Like, and if you do that in like Draco Meteor, you could potentially, you could honestly kill either slot here.
I feel like the stab though would be. I don't know. I think that would put it over the edge.
I would love to see it. Let's see.
We saw it do the damage last game. I think I just didn't track it.
It's just so bold to use a Terrastallize with 12 HP because you feel like you're blowing it.
Right, and if if it kills, you'd be in trouble. But here we go, protect from Tatsugiri. Quick Attack, great play from Lily.
No, it is enough.
And now this is starting to look kind of tough, I'm not going to lie to you, because you have leftovers Dondozo, again, commonly thought to have the edge against opposing Dondozo, and you're down a Pokemon, right?
Yeah.
So, And here's kind of a neat quirk about Dondozo versus Dondozo for anyone at home who isn't as familiar. Because both Dondozo have the ability Unaware, like, Lily doesn't actually need to bring in her own Tatsugiri because Dondozo's ignoring the stat boost anyway. So Lily kind of gets to play the 2 versus 1 because Connor was forced to bring in Dondozo first.
Yeah. She won't know this. This is... stat boost go up his pog.
Yeah.
At least that's where my brain's at.
No.
She's playing better than I would, by the way, but...
I'm really impressed by Lily. If this is 2 hours of sleep, Lily, I'd hate to see fully prepared, you know?
There's one out here for Connor other than crits, which is if Lily does not remember that he's Terra Grass right now and lets him get off Terra Blast, which is what he's going to go for right here. Yep.
It's his only out. I love it. He's got to go for it.
And if she Terras on this turn, then we see what happened last time where he loses the matchup even harder.
And there's no point in not terrorizing.
Ooh, yeah.
For her, right?
Well, the thing is, if she terastallizes and Connor doesn't, Wave Crash will KO her in 3 hits. So it's a bit of a mind game here, right? Because we saw Connor's outsped hers every single time, so I would assume that it's faster. You know, we don't know for sure.
I guess we're about to find out.
This feels like the crucial turn because if Connor calls us right, he could actually win this still.
We should see Connor's first just because he's faster.
Yeah, here we go. You're a kid, you're a squid.
But the question is, do we see this animation a second time?
Or do we just see Protect? She could just Protect.
She could, yeah. And then terastallize the next turn.
That would be a great play if she does. We know she loves Protect. We should have a Protect count running.
And she knows now.
She calls it!
Oh my god!
She calls it! Holy.
What a play.
That was a ballsy play.
What a gamer.
Yeah, because if he wave crashes there,
she's in trouble.
Yeah.
Lily's such a proactive player. Like,
yes. Yeah. She's very aggressive, but she's making it really work.
Dude, she's good at Pokemon.
I gotta say, I'm really impressed. I guess she has Pichu in her name for a reason.
She's my favorite to win this from day dot.
you were a believer from the beginning. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Not only does she call the... Oh my god.
She just hard read it.
Wow. Oh my god, look at that damage.
She's nasty.
Listen, we don't gotta pretend. That's it.
That's so
I don't think the crit even does it.
The crit doesn't even do it, unfortunately, for Connor.
Crit wave crash.
The thing about losing in this way is, like, you can't feel that bad because, like, Lily just gamed. You know what I mean? Yeah. She just went absolute gamer mode.
He also has a game won already,
That's true.
You know, there's a potential that he does get the upset on Alpharad because he has a similar team comp to Lily.
That's right, yeah. Do you think that, like, playing more games earlier is an advantage or a disadvantage here?
Like, literally being pool 1 versus pool 2?
Like, being earlier in your pool versus being later in your pool?
I think, for me, I liked having Void later in my pool.
Yeah.
But maybe if I had Void earlier, I would have, like, been more prepped for the people I meant to be.
Right.
So, I don't know. It's interesting.
Dondozo faints, and...
It's just Tatsu.
It's tough. Just Tatsu left. Lefter's healing up, and, you know, I've seen some miracles in my day. I haven't seen one like this.
He's so big.
He's so big.
I don't even, like you could Draco here, but it's just...
I think it's legitimately game over because order up brings you down to 1 HP and then quick attack kills, and there's no way around that.
Yeah, true. Yeah, there's priority still alive.
Yeah.
I think it's so crazy how this group ended up playing out.
Yeah.
I know.
I had Jacob sweeping this group.
Yeah.
And now I have no idea if he's even going to win his next matches.
Yeah.
Like, everyone is playing so well.
Not to toot my own horn too much, but I will say, I'm going to say one good thing about your boy here, and that's I think I did a really good job of picking people who were, like, relatively near each other in skill level. Like, I was looking at the bracket, I was looking at the list of 8 players today and the teams, and I thought literally any player could win this.
Yep.
And I genuinely believe that, and I think we're kind of seeing that here.
Well, and Lily surprised all of us because her and Lou did their prep in secret.
That's right.
We could see the Discord channels, and we were like, man, they're not talking.
They're not talking at all.
They were
they were in the lab.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, when someone's not talking to the group, it's either really good or really bad.
Hey, when do you start talking to your coach?
Yeah, we chatted last night. Last night at about 6 p.m., I got my team. We played a few games. And you know what? I beat Void, and he's going to win the tournament.
Well, I don't know. Lily's putting up a strong case. Dude, your socks look so fuzzy. They look super comfy.
Yeah, they're cozy. I'm cozy right now.
It's one of them. It's not both socks. It's just one.
I
You're
didn't
wearing
even
different socks.
Yeah, I get a little crazier on these parts.
I see. Wow.
Quick listening.
Yeah, it was good.
Oh my God! What an actual, like, the play though, the read, the Terra. I am so impressed.
I'm really impressed.
The game win matters too for Connor, right?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, I can tell you right now that Connor is still unless I did this wrong. But yeah, I think Connor's still at positive game wins, right? He's 3-2.
Yes, because he 2-0s like Kuno, yeah.
Yeah, so
like if Alfred, how does that work?
Well, Alfred he's got a game on Lily.
He's got one game on Lily.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
it could come down to like tiebreakers, though.
Yeah, it could come down to tiebreakers.
Hello,
Connor, how you feeling?
My whale can't win. My whale was
your whale. Well, she really played. She played very well with her whale. Yeah. Her whale was kind of untouchable.
Terra that turn?
Yeah. I mean, my only win condition was if they didn't Terra there.
But I love that you identified that, right? Because you might think like, oh, she'll just cover it, but the fact that you went for it, even though it didn't work, even though you might have like known about it.
There was no other option.
Yeah.
Connor, you know what I wish dearly?
What?
You kept that McCrow.
Yeah. There was a thought. I thought she was gonna mix it up more in the final round. That was kind of what I was anticipating. So that's why I didn't bring the bird. But, it didn't work out.
Yeah. I mean, it happens. And, like, you still put on a great show. Like, I don't think you made any blunders. I don't think anybody on this couch made noises that made me think you did a blunder. I thought you played great. I was watching. I was like, son of a bitch, he's done it again.
What was something I could have done better?
So, well, actually, can I talk about something you did really well first that I was really impressed by?
Absolutely.
So, in game 2, you brought Tatsugiri and Murkrow in the back with no Dondozo. And what I was saying on the couch, and I'll tell you now, is that is the mark, in my opinion, of the absolute best Dondozo and Tatsugiri players, is that I think it's really scary to bring them independently from one another. I mean, I brought Dondozo and Tatsugiri to regionals. I very rarely brought them independently from one another, and I think it takes a lot of, like, guts, and I think you really need to be, like, aware of what's going on and being like, I can use this Pokemon even without, like, the intended purpose of the team. It fills this other niche here, and it was, I mean, game 2 was... You lost the set, yes, but game 2 was a very convincing win. Like, I think it looked like you were in control the entire game, and I think that was a really, really, like, cool thing to kind of watch as a spectator.
Yeah, I like Tatsugiri by himself. When I played through the game normally, I was like, oh, this guy's awesome. He has so much power and he's little.
I love that.
I didn't even know you could combine into the whale until this tournament. So.
That's amazing. Yeah, I love that.
As far as misplays, to me, there was only 2 that you guys had called out, and one was... She mind gamed you on the Protect, so you went for the Goldango.
Yeah.
So if you had gone for the Sylveon, which is hard to know because she protected it before, then it's
a 50-50 almost.
It's a 50-50, but then you don't die, right? So
my mind kind of blanked on Sylveon being like the threat to Primeape or whatever his evolution is. I don't know. I just mind blanked on it, but
I don't want to call it a misplay because at the end of the day,
it's a read. If she does the same thing there that she did the turn before, it works out super well for you.
And then the other 50-50 is the one where you terrestrialize. And if you had just wave crashed and not terrestrialized,
what the best move is, again, like
I think you made the best move.
On that turn, I think you hope that she doesn't tear it. That's it.
I guess the question for you is, did you know that there was another option that you could just wave crash and not terrestrialize? Or were you like...
No, I didn't. I mean, now that I think about it, what would that have done?
If she tears, you do more damage. You pick up the 3-hit KO because of Wave Crash after that.
Because it's no longer not very effective because it's no longer water type.
Yeah.
It's now flying type.
But even then, you may have still lost because of the Wave Crash recoil and trading. So, like,
it's a really tough spot.
The one thing that I was wondering is there was a situation where you had your Annihilate set up. It was at 12 HP.
Yeah.
And you were in danger of Quick Attack. And I was wondering if maybe terrestrializing to Fire, going from weak to Fairy to not very effective, you might have survived. I do not know that. I genuinely do not. You may have died anyway, but on the couch, I was like, if you get this play correctly, you could kill Dondozo and win the game, but if you get it wrong, you've blown your Terra and you've also have no chance. So, again, all the plays that you got, like, wrong, I think there wasn't a clear right answer to, and I think that's kind of an important thing, is that sometimes your opponent just...
That's Pokemon, right? That's
exactly
Pokemon at its core.
It's about, like, Pokemon, at least at the top level for me, competitive Pokemon is about finding the guaranteed wins when you can and playing the best you can when you can't, right? And a lot of the times you're in that second area.
A wrong play would be like using a priority
move. Work out. I felt the worm felt like
the worm wasn't great,
but the worm was cool
so
and it was
cool
high.
To, like, see that work,
well,
like to actually.
You say it's cool, but I found out after using it that the developers put in no animations for what he was doing. So like quite literally, there was just blank space on the screen.
Yeah,
I think the one thing with the worm is that you Terra grassed really early with the Dondozo.
That's right. That might have been a
misplay. I think because Dondozo mirrors are just who has the edge a little bit, and when in the matchup that you were playing, she has the edge of lefties, but you are clearly faster than her. Your Dondozo went first every turn, and by Terraing early, you gave her the reactionary Terra with her flying, and so then you
that
lost
first game, I didn't
little
know.
bit of ground that you would have had because of the substitute.
That first game, I was under the impression there was no downside to Terra.
Yeah, but she's Terra flying, so it's good prep. It's a cool team by Lou. It's a really nuanced, interesting team, and it's cool that Lily is piloting it so well.
She actually used that team really well at regionals to do.
Yeah,
almost
7-3,
which
she was
was
really close to
incredibly
cutting.
difficult.
It's about the pilot, not the plane.
It's about the pilot and the plane in this case, I guess.